What's up, Panther fans? This is Panthers Roar 89. Um, Another season is upon us. It's going to be an interesting one. I'll be honest with you, I'm more excited for this year than I was last year. And it's a little more exciting time. We're going to have some fans in the stadium. And I think this is a better team than we were last year. Starting out, looking at the defensive side of the ball, we were very young and had a lot of holes. I think we did plug some of those up. We did lose Curtis Samuel in the off season, but we did get Marshall Jr. So we'll see how that goes. We may not lose any production there. Maybe we get better. Uh, Offensive line, I don't know. It may be. I think it's gonna be okay. I don't think it's gonna be great, but I don't think it's gonna be terrible. I think it's gonna be okay. And then the biggest thing, right? Last year, I got a lot of flack for saying Teddy Bridgewater is a bum and he ain't going to do nothing and he has no business replacing my boy Cam right there. So I was proven 100% correct on that. And I know people are going to say, hey, well, Cam didn't have a good year. Well, I mean, did you see the bums he was playing with? You can't do it by yourself. But that's neither here nor there. Now we've brought Sam Darnold in. Be honest with you, I don't like his face too much. Don't really care looking at him. Kind of bothers me. But if he can play, he could play, and we'll take it. I'll be honest with you though, I do not have high hopes. He's played a few years now in New York, and he's been god awful. There's been nothing good about it. Now you could say, well, the Jets are the worst organization in the NFL. I agree with you. Now, does that mean he's going to be good coming to Carolina? No, it doesn't. Most quarterbacks that suck in their first few years suck for the rest of their career. There's very few guys that you can look back and go, well, he made a great turnaround. The guy comes to mind, maybe Alex Smith, right? Started out maybe first 4 years of his career, terrible, got the right coach in there, balled out. But for every Alex Smith, there's 20 Derek Carrs or David Carr, sorry. So we'll see. He's got every offensive weapon around him possible. And if he can't succeed here with our coaches and players, then he can't succeed anywhere. He's a bum at that point. But we'll see what he can do, right? Now, when it comes to our schedule this year, I think I may have predicted our win total perfectly last year. I don't remember. I was either a game off or I was right on. So to go through this year, kind of give a quick breakdown. Starting off with the Jets on Sunday. So, like I said, the Jets are the biggest dumpster fire in the league. They got new quarterback Zach Wilson. I don't have very high hopes for him. I watched a few of his games in college, and he looks great against bum teams, right? Like he killed UCF in a bowl game, but anytime he's ever played a Pac-12 team or like a Power 5 team in general, I've seen him play against Utah. I've seen him play against Washington, and he looked like a little child out there. So we'll see what he does in the NFL. You can obviously argue, hey, that's because he didn't have the skill positions around him, right? Not enough talented guys to even get open. I say maybe that's possible. He does appear to be a little fragile. Doesn't seem like he's going to be the most durable quarterback. So if I was the Jets, I wouldn't have the highest hopes for him, but he may be good. Draft picks are like lottery tickets. You just never know how it's going to go. So when it comes to the Jets coming into our house on Sunday, I don't think there's any way we'd lose that game. So I'm going to say we're going to start out the season here 1-0. Then we get the Saints at home. I'm not afraid of James Winston. I think that's a W as well, 2-0. And then we get the privilege of playing the worst team in the league at Houston. I think we start out 3-0. And then we have to go to Dallas. Dallas looked pretty decent against Tampa Bay on Thursday. We'll see. They're always kind of hot and cold. They're really a random team, but we have to go to Dallas. I'll say we lose that. We go 3-1, right? And then we get the Eagles at home. I'm not particularly afraid of the Eagles. I think that is a winnable game. Say we go 4-1 there, and then we get Minnesota at home, and I think that's kind of more of a toss-up game. Honestly, that could go either way. I'd probably lean towards Minnesota a bit on that. So say we go 4-2. And then we go to the Giants. I'm not afraid the Giants one bit. They got one of the worst offensive lines in the league. Daniel Jones is a bum, and their defense, nothing great. So, you could, I think right there, you could probably say 5-2, right? And then we go to Atlanta. Say we lose that. Usually you're splitting division games, right? So we're 5-3. And then we get New England at home. Since they cut my boy, we'll say we're going to win that game. So be a revenge game for Cam. Be nice if we could, hey, get rid of Sam and pick up Cam, right? No, just my fairy dreams at this point. So we'll see what happens there. But so 6-3 wouldn't be a bad start. Then we go to the Cardinals. Say we lose that 6-4 at home against Washington. Washington's kind of I'm not sure what to make. I'm not sure what to make of. Not sure what to make of that team. I could see that game going honestly either way. So I'll say we get the win there. Give us 7 wins. And then we're at the Dolphins. I don't think the Dolphins are going to be great this year, but they did have a pretty good defense last year. So, I'd say we lose that game, right? And then we play at home against Atlanta. Should get the win there. That's 8 wins. Then we go to Buffalo. Buffalo's going to be one of the best teams in the league. Their offense is pretty prolific, honestly. I don't expect to win. I don't expect to win that. So I'd say it's probably a loss. We go to New Orleans. That's always a struggle with us. You never really can count on a win. Or I guess I missed a game there. So, yeah, you got Tampa Bay. I'd say probably going to get swept by them. Maybe we get a game, right? And then you're going to New Orleans as well in those last 3 games. I would say we're probably in for an 8-9 year with the 17-game schedule. So I think 8-9 is probably pretty realistic with this roster. But if Sam Darnold balls out, some of those games go our way, like Minnesota. Maybe you steal a game in Arizona because they're kind of a wild card. Maybe Dallas, somewhere around there. You could maybe get a 10-win team here. I don't think that's absolutely absurd, but I would say I predict a 8-9 team this year. But I am hoping for better, and we'll see what happens. One things I'd like to try doing this year is kind of interacting with other Panther fans on Twitter during the games. If you guys want to follow me, Panthers Roar 89, same name as my YouTube channel. Give me a follow and love to interact with everybody. And let's get this dub against the Jets coming up. And man, it's good that football is back. And thanks for watching, and go Panthers.